Exercise 6.4 in your text will be labeled Problem 4 in Connect. So let's take a look and see what they're asking us to do and what we need to do. Well, they're telling us this company makes 2 products. So when you have 2 products, that means you're going to have 2 sets of variable cost, and you're going to have some way to share the fixed costs. So they give us the selling price per each unit. They give us the variable cost per each unit. And they give us the traceable fixed expenses for each product or each unit. Now remember, the traceable fixed costs are the cost of the weed ban production line, the cost of the weed ban factory, the cost of the weed ban insurance. They're traceable directly to weed ban. Green grow is the cost of the green grow product line, the green grow warehouse, the green grow production line. So those we can trace directly to the product. That's the easy part. Here's the part we have to worry about. Common fixed. Now, the temptation is to say, 50-50. But that's like you and me going to lunch, and I get a filet mignon crusted with blue cheese, and you get a small salad and a glass of water, and we agree to split the bill 50-50. Just isn't fair. That's the same problem here. Now, if both divisions had the same amount of sales, and they generated the same contribution margin, you could do that. That is not the case here. The company sold 15,000 units of weed ban, which sounds like something they tried to do at Woodstock, and 28,000 units of green grow. So clearly there's different amounts, there's different sales, etc. So they ask us to do a contribution margin income statement. So let's figure out what we have to do to come up with the sales. First we have to take the information that they give us. Let's see. The sales are 15,000 units of weed ban, and they were $6 a unit. That's 90 grand. And then for the green grow, we had 28,000 units. And that was $7.50 per unit. So that's what, 210,000? So altogether we had $300,000 worth of sales. So let's fill in that piece. Our total sales were 300,000. Our weed ban sales were 90,000. And our green grow sales were 210,000. Now our variable expenses we have to figure out per unit. And again, we'll do that. We'll take the weed ban variable expenses of $2.40 a unit. So variable cost is 15,000 times $2.40. That's 36,000. So that's the variable cost for weed ban. And for Green Grow, we had 28,000 units. Let's see where that number came from. And the variable expense per unit is $5.25. So that works out to be 147,000. No, I'm not doing these numbers in my head. I worked them out before I started recording. So that's 147,000. So when you add these together, the total variable expenses for the company are 183,000. The contribution margin for the total company, sales minus variable cost, is 117,000. That's divided between Weed Ban and Green Grow, but not 50-50. Weed Ban has $36,000 of variable expenses, $90,000 worth of sales. That gives them a contribution margin of $54,000. Green Grow has $210,000 worth of sales, $147,000 in variable expenses. That gives them a contribution margin of $63,000. Now, let's go back and pick up their traceable fixed costs. Weed Ban is $45,000 and Green Grow is $21,000. So our traceable fixed cost for Weed Ban is $45,000, and our traceable fixed cost for Green Grow are $42,000. I'm sorry, our contribution margin is $42,000. Is that right? 63 minus, minus 21. Minus 21, I got ahead of myself. That's the contribution margin. The product line segment margin is $9,000 for Weed Ban and $42,000 for Green Grow. So the total segment margin, if we add these together, it's 66. And it's always good to do it this way because you're sort of checking yourself. We know that this has to be 51,000. So whether you subtract this or add these, it's got to come up to 51,000. And that's the same right down the line. And it's just a good way to double check. Now, this company has decided that the common fixed expenses cannot be traced in any way. That's fairly common. These are the costs that it doesn't make sense to attribute to either division. This is the company president's salary. This is the cost of upkeep of the parking lot. It's the same. It's not going to vary. So it doesn't make any sense to add it to one or the other. It simply makes no sense. So the traceable fixed cost, and again they give us that, or the untraceable, the common. Common means untraceable or doesn't make sense to trace. It's 33,000. So our total operating income is 18,000. But by breaking it down like that, you can take a look and you can say, the product line segments, Weed Ban doesn't look very profitable. Green Grow is the unit that's really helping us. Even though they have much higher variable expenses, that's by far the preferred product line, because if you look at just the segment margins, look right here at the segment margin for the company, And it's clear that green grow is keeping us out of the red.